Hungry limited employees in the UK. I'm waking up really, really bad with stress in my body, my health. It's gone bed rest, bloody get all day. 23rd, the 3rd, 2018. At this time, my mates helped me to record this video. Okay. The abuse I got yesterday, it's just, that leaves me well, but I woke up with all these symptoms again of my dental infection affecting my whole glands of my body and the temperature and everything, like a massive head cold, but it's not. I was stable yesterday, waiting for the repairs. Yeah, I'll be okay. So, I was on a home visit today, medical visit, and I'm too unwell to receive that visit. I'm too unwell. Oh dear, I'll be okay. Okay. Door replacement. Excuse me. Right, the door replacement emails in front of me. Yesterday evening, 6:30 in the evening, got off to area housing contracted repairs. She's now called her operations manager, confirming to her that the door replacement didn't take place and a verbal offer. It's a verbal offer for next Tuesday to do it instead. This has been going on forever. Excuse me. Because it's all booked for just a day-to-day, 2-day job. And it didn't happen. Instead, what they tried to set me up with. She claims it wasn't anything to do with her side of things. But I've since found out, unfortunately, yesterday, it's shocking news, I know, that it came from head office. Oh yeah, could you get me something to wrap around my shoulders? Excuse me, and it's warm. Need to have a detoxing. Extremely unwell. I don't do any streams usually this time of the morning, but I'm in bed. And having to rest and sleep. Oh. Mighty is just a company. No disrespect at all to any man or woman here, okay? And they run property maintenance management on behalf of this housing company, a national company, Social Housing UK, Home Group Limited, okay? I've got no disrespect for any man or woman. It's the way they've treated me as a disabled woman, complexity or help, and now all my dental health has been reset off. All the housing side has affected me so bad in my health, and I didn't expect it to affect my glands and in my body, and I've ended up so weak today in my physical body as well. I've had to stay put in bed so I can consent to offer the specialist home visit by another NHS dentist services because the infection I've got bad connection, so the bad connection again. I have to wait for a minute. Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be No, I'll be okay. I'm just very, very tired. Okay, I'm trying to do a video, but the stream's bad, so bear with me. The email went off for me last night. It was in the evening when the office closed. At some point I might get it, just to confirm the verbal off on the phone yesterday. Why should I have to call up when I'm so bloody ill to say what the hell happened to me on that video yesterday? I did not expect that to happen. So the verbal off was to rebook the door replacement, and the female didn't confirm it was a 2-day job next week. And I didn't think to ask her because I was in shock and distress, alarmed as well by the comments of treatment I received. Disability discrimination again, and I won't repeat what I did in that video because it's factual. I've informed my next of kin what's happened as well. Puts me at risk. So the email just sought clarification basically of this other company employee on behalf of, I found out, a director, head office, the Home Limited, instructing a Peterborough area office, a guy called Jeff, don't even know him, and they work at home and log in online. And hi, that's checking in. It's just like after effects of yesterday, my thing that happened yesterday to me, and how I've woke up really ill, and I was expecting a medical visit today, and I'm too weak and unfortunately very ill in bed, so I've had to email, because email come early this morning. My mate's just now here with me to help me do this video, and this is the email that went off last night to this housing thing. How people can be treated like this in my situation, I do not know. So yeah, my body's under rest because the immune system is really weak, and what happened yesterday has affected my body. The strength I've had to find to hold that man accountable, and the abuse I got by him, and then calling up this housing company repair department female and leaving a message for head office, housing UK company employee female. So that took the toll on me, and I'd woke up basically like this. So I don't use the stream this time of morning ever. So it's just getting out the emails. Let me just go back to the emails I just had to send, because I got an email out of the blue. I never get an email out in the morning, so bear with me. They're concerned, NHS, other public services, kind female, she's been so kind back on Tuesday. So let me get it up. Let me get it up, here we go. I had to send an email to reject the offer today because I'm so ill. I don't know what I'm doing on those bloody laptops, so bear with me. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, it's just ridiculous. I'm trying to reload. Okay, so basically a home visit I've never had by public servants, i.e. I'm going to try and get this up. Right. I sought clarification about, it dawned on me, right? I've never ever had, in my area UK, it's known as a specialist dental. You've got complex illness disabilities, right? How it meant to work. I can't find anything on websites at the moment of my area, especially or nationally. How home visits are offered for the unwell disabled people, elderly. I know about the elderly side and outreach dental services to schools and stuff, but I've never known there was something like that for people like me to visit at home. And I knew the female admin lady, she was so kind to me on Tuesday this week, just gone, when I explained all the major nightmare in my home, not my doing. Disrepairs, major shite. And she couldn't believe it, what I said. I ain't going to say who she is, because she's public servant. She didn't mean her. She's done the best. So I sought clarification, basically, by this NHS Healthcare Foundation Trust. Clarification on what the policy is for people like me, for home visits I've never had before. So I just sought clarification to protect myself as well as their staff because of the danger to them coming in here. Because of the door, it's never got replaced, but still the state it is in, unsafe, let alone for me, let alone for any visitors, okay? And also the wet room, okay? And I know they have to do an emergency, it's called, in statute law in UK for people like I. Emergency health is called adult safeguarding. And then the woman on the phone, she says, I explained what's going on with my health. She sounds like, she says, my God, have you got any nursing care coming in? I said, no. I said, all the public sector services, i.e. I was meant to have across the road, new public building, has been, yesterday, mainstream media in my area, UK, the Director, Adult Social Services, has admitted the failings on publicly yesterday. So all these years I've been abused, verbally, and everything else that went on my own by certain people. Well, they finally admitted they've got it all wrong. So all these years I feel vindicated because I reported everything and I've got held accountable, and that's why my mates have been trying to help me. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that right now. Point in hand is basically trying to seek clarification for people like I on, was it, I'm showing an email. Since last October, so April last year, I was referred to a specialist hospital maxillofacial department and to look at to try and take all my teeth out and complicated when I've got complex illnesses, physical going on, right? And certain medications you can't do general anaesthetic. But all that had to be put on hold because of this major disrepairs going on my own. And ever since it's going one thing after another. So I've been doing natural remedies and things to keep me stable. It's been working. So suddenly out the blue, January this year, 2018 to now, March 2018, my immune system's gone down really bad and it's gone into my glands and it's making me weak. It's a bit odd. That's been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I sought clarification. Do I need to ring my GP up, doctor? Because the symptoms in my body, but they're not identical. They can misdiagnose me like they did last year. So I found, I don't know where I found the straight from, but I found the number for, in my area, East UK, a particular department, specialist dental services, but on the website I couldn't find information on the policy of how do I meet the criteria of a home visit. There's nothing. It was just offered out of the blue. I've never had that before. I was so ill last, I couldn't even talk like this last year, so why now offer out the blue? What policies changed to offer people like me a home visit? How do I meet the criteria, yeah? So, since yesterday, I've been notified the state to offer that because I have to be bed rest all day and just stay quietly and just get my body, needs to regenerate and recover and get some energy from me. Everything happened to me yesterday because it affects the body and the health, you see. So therefore, the email I got out of the blue, I woke up today, was from this admin lady at the location, Wrose area, admin receptionist, who was shocked to hell when I said to her on Tuesday this week what was going on my own, how I'm being blocked to this, that and the other, and the repairs on top, and how it's affecting my health. And she said I should sue the housing company. I've tried all this for months. I've tried everything for months. Everything I know before I got so ill, you see. And there's a ploy behind it all with the housing side of things. I know what's happening now behind it all for sure. Okay? It's unlawful, it's discriminatory, it's victimisation, you name it's going on for thousands of people, perhaps worse off than I. Because I'm clued out what my lawful rights are. I'm on a target of just basically, I just can't see how this can work now, because with the omission of public servants in a building across the road from me on mainstream national news as well yesterday in the UK, admitting their failings, where does it leave me? So I couldn't meet up before now, because I've been so ill since January and up to still to date, to meet up the offer of a public servant. They call it initial and assessment of care needs. Because of the effects of my health and medically, I ended up rushing hospital last year with a heart problem and stroke, and my daughter-in-law saw it live streaming. I witnessed everything online because I was talking to her like on this laptop live streaming, and I weren't as ill then as I am now. And but suddenly it happened out of the blue, strange, and I was just in hospital. I sought help in hospital. Public servant there, Liz, refused to refer me to see what could be offered now officially. So my friends try and help me, because when I get ill like this, they struggle to care for me on top of my illnesses. So all I can do is bed rest, keep the drinks by me, and they just check on me. There's not much they can do when I'm like this. Just keep my medications and best I can do to keep the immune system up, okay? So basically, it's difficult to try and facilitate any kind of requirements of me or anything when I'm like this as well. It was a big effort to be ready for yesterday, for a door replacement. Me chased everything up all the past 2 weeks about this, and it's been going on for 6 months just to get a door replacement. I don't need to move out for that. I found a hotel that would meet all my needs to move out to temporarily to seek clarification about all that. I found out the 2 blokes had been employees, Home Limited, and Wrose area has been blocking all of my requirements. So if they want to do major works on my own, then provide a copy of the reports. At least there's 3 of them to say it's been done last year. Why would you block that? Okay, they're still blocking it, by the way. So I thought tomorrow it would at least go run smoothly, because all these emails, confirmation, what will be done and how, well, at least what to expect. Well, I had a gut feeling something would go wrong yesterday, and it did. I'd hoped that today would have been the 2nd day of the replacement of the door, and at the same time, eventually this female NHS specialist dentist female be able to offer me examination of my own health and dental health, because I'm not sure if the dental infection on my lower left side no longer got any bone, it's just getting into the blood supply in my glands and affecting me badly. So it was going to be suggested I might end up in hospital, you see, because they can't have any equipment on them. It would only be a hospital setting on a Friday, with the way the local hospital is crushing the NHS system. There's no guarantee I'll be out of there. I could be there for a while to have all these tests done, you see. It all depends. But at the same time, my door is not secure, you see. And before I do anything, I needed that door, main door, my only main door, and the lock repair replacement done. And if I end up needing to go to hospital urgently, then I know at least the main door's secure, isn't it? And then if I'm in hospital for ages, then I could try and get confirmation by emails then, with the help perhaps of then in-house social workers, perhaps in the hospital, liaising with those who are meant to be in the community to help facilitate the housing employees to sort all these major works out. And then perhaps it might be moving off into eventually a respite place, and that's how it might work. Okay, so all my bags now are packed, it's always been packed ready just in case. So today was an email out of the blue saying this lady would come still, but I woke up so ill and just physically so weak I cannot consent today, so I've kindly rejected the offer to rebook it for next week, and I hope to goodness by then I'm more stable in my health. I have a medical service, the medical equipment due next Tuesday. That's when the date of this, another date again, of a door replacement's meant to happen. If I get set up again by, I was going to try and email next Monday this dental female employee. I was seeking a copy of the, going to the sent email. Bear with me. I sought clarification to inform you I'm having to best rest today. I have to cancel the offer home visit today, 23rd to 3rd, 2018. To inform you, having to bed rest, and I did call up, they call it Power Service, to seek clarification on Tuesday, the 23rd, 2018. It's called One's Area Specialist Dental Head Office Department of this NHS Healthcare Foundation Trust, to seek what criteria I come, because I've never had this service before at my home, you see. So I sought clarification on how I meet the criteria and what is their adult safeguarding policy. Is there, I could find it online, you see. To warn them also the unsafe of the door for their health and safety point of view as well, not just me. And any visits to my home, they need to be aware of that. And especially what's been going on since the past 3 months in affecting my glands with this dental infection. It seems to be more to do with that. That's set off because all this stress and effects on the body and my health. I said since Tuesday just gone, it's now to date, I'm stable in that side as long as I bed rest and do nothing and just no emails, nothing, just bed rest and meditation and just keep up with soft foods and just do that. So that was my email confirming to her, this dentist female today, and my mate sent it at 11 o'clock for me, just to inform her, okay? And I didn't word it, well, she missed out a wording, so I hope she got the confirmation email. So it went to the dentist directly to inform her since last April I wasn't able to access the referral to hospital because of this major sudden rush to hospital last September and all this major disrepairs ever since. Effects, okay, on top. So, yeah, my medical, can't believe this is being affected by this. So that's what I said that. Let's go into the sent email again. So also sent this to When I rang up the powers originally to seek clarification of the adult safeguarding policy, I've had no response. This is today, Friday. The subject reference to Department of Health of the Home Visit Policy, Adult Safeguarding. I've had no response. So it went to, as I said, this admin woman, the NHS Dental Special Services, and the head office in Kettering, UK. So, as I said again, since Tuesday, I seek confirmation over the phone. This is the power service side to put me automatically through to this one's area female I've seen before. Well, the admin phone receptionist, who out of the blue offered me this home visit that I never had before. And then I just emailed, I seek copies of the home visit policies of this, which I've not had to date. Kindly email this, a copy of this, and also just briefly a requirement before. I've never had this offer before, you see, and I had to travel in my wheelchair. I was very, very ill last April 2017. And in my wheelchair and specialist transport, why now offer home visit? Because I thought that would have been offered last time I was so ill. So I'll just go on to say about what is the NHS Trust in this particular one, the policy of adult safeguarding, and it's being required of, they call it Patient Liaison Service Department employee, and that was Tuesday, the 20th March 2018. I'm still waiting for this. To email to send this before I'm offered a home visit, because I've been requiring that confirmation for my safety and their safety point of view. Are public servants and me, so I know what's required of me, and they too, but they obviously might know, so I just seek that clarification. And I emailed to confirm to council today, and that email was, as I said, 8:53, 9 AM, never get early morning. Never can't cope with side medications on top of everything else. Once I get the information requested, I shall reconsider the offer home visit, but not offer today. Quoted the dates today. When I was put through to the admin female back on Tuesday, I was very, very unwell. So, email says, thank you for your email. Confirm home visit today is cancelled as requested. We can book further home visits should you request it. And she'll let the dentist female know. She spelt her name wrong, by the way. That this is no longer needs to know that she no longer needs a visit today. Ellie. And then, because my email was unable to set the offer today, so I'll rearrange another day, and once I get the copy of these policies offered to me in an email, and just let her know, I responded back by a kind response. I think I've said going to go into the sent inbox now. So I just said, yeah, here we go. Because they asked me to get back to me by 12 midday. Excuse me. I can't get it. Said, yeah, I shall. I'm very weak today. Need to bed rest. So by next Monday, next week, I shall try and email to see what could be offered next week instead. As you're very helpful on the phone and very kind in our comments, And I said, thank you for your help. That was Tuesday, just gone. And I'm still left with no door replacement for my safety. And just kind of remember your safety of your staff and warn them of this too, especially any of a visit to my home. Could you email me a copy how I meet the criteria of the home visit to my place? This will be helpful. Once again, thank you. And I was abused yesterday by a male by my home. I never was, in the end, offered the door replacement. And it never went ahead. So I need a bed rest today because the shock of all that on my health. I hopefully be better by rest and sleep today. So that was confirmation of what's happened. And that's what happened to me yesterday, my health. So it is not great, is it, that I get treated like this? It's absolutely disgusting. You see, the Pell's email I sent to seek this clarification is called Patient Experience Assistant. The head office is at Kettering, and it's just Healthcare Foundation Trust, they call it. Thank you for your email and voicemail to Pell's phone. I confirm I sent your email concerns about copies of these policies I've just quoted to their service manager, and she hasn't quoted who that is. I said I'll be in contact as soon as possible with any updates. Well, it's not happened. So my email automatically got sent to these community dentists in the public services side of things, and I didn't offer email, by the way. I don't know where that was gone. Don't know where that is gone. I'm dropping everything today. Everything's switched off. Not be bothered when I open the phone calls, but just bed off. God. So that was that. Excuse me. Yeah, so this email today, Ellie, and she was so kind to me on Tuesday. I can't believe how kind she was. It's just rare. And I did say to him on the phone, I can't do anything till after 12:30. I mean, I've not even got dressed or anything yet. And I usually am by now, so you can tell I'm just ill and the bed rest today. So shite. So bear with me. It's not a pity me video, it's about how I've been treated unlawfully and is this affecting me? It's hard work. So, to Lisa, Home Group Limited employee, to let her know, I was informed an email. The door replacement will go ahead tomorrow after 1 p.m. Nothing in this email says anything about another private limited company employee to come and do any offer asbestos survey. Nothing at all. Can't believe that. Nothing in this email. And then the gentleman would come yesterday, so I left a voice message that it didn't happen. because she didn't get back to my emails from last week. I made that video before. I'm not going to retrash that video up. And I sent this email Wednesday 21st to Pell's team. NHS Healthcare Foundation Pell's team. Your correspondence will be recorded and a appropriate department member action it. So I called this 0800 number on Wednesday afternoon to seek clarification. What on the website's nothing to do, nothing available. I had to go on the national UK NHS website to see what the policies are. It's not clear either what the policies are for people in my situation, a home visits or in private homes. Because anyone, the way they work for complex situations like mine, can do in statute or adult safeguarding again. I even chased it up by Housing Ombudsman side of things, because my stage 2 complaint about Home Group Limited. They expect me to download a fact sheet complaint to the local government ombudsman. Let's get it up and show you what it looks like. Amazon was set up to look at complaints about housing associations, organisations. Dispute resolution. This has been going on since last year. I don't like raising bloody complaints and put up with this. I just want the job done. Did you complete the landlord's complaint procedure more than 12 months ago? No. Has the matter been referred to a dedicated person, local councillor, tenant panel? Yes, I've sent it, but they ignored me. They haven't even acknowledged it. Sent special delivery as well last year. How have you been affected? Well, medical evidence. Yeah. What do you think should be done to put things right? To fund my choice of temporary decampment. This is a statute law housing complaint. I've logged this last year. You see this in the UK, how this shite goes on. Look at that. I'm based in London, by the way, UK. And despite you go in that angle, you still need a blinking lawyer, you know. And how many lawyers will take this up when the public purse in legal aid, it's called, legal aid services, I think they call it, agency or something, funding is cut back for disabled people, many people in my situation, not just disabled, but those that are in one bed accommodations, struggling, and the homeless people, by the way. They're making it very difficult. These corporations don't care how it's affecting our health and our lives. If I had my own funding, you know, I'm going to chase this up about my criminal injuries. What the hell, the delays are all that going on. And it's got all these tick boxes. I don't fit in a bloody tick box. I'm just me. So they're saying about, they want to collect your data and all these. Do you have a disability? Are you white? Are you mixed race? What other agendas they got on it? Oh look, are you heterosexual? Are you this? Are you that? So they can put you in a pigeonhole. But I just say prefer not to say, so I do. So yeah, though I wrote to them before, and London Tower, it's a national building, it's a massive building, right? So that's one. What's the other one? Let's get the other one. They think I could automatic download, and if my mate in here, I won't be able to do this because I'm one-handed. Right, so basically 22nd of March, that's just today, and the email, so general email complaint, housingombudsman.org.uk. There's an ID case reference 201710283 PDF file. Created back on, well, it was created apparently on the 10th of the 1st, 2018. Well, I didn't even know about that one. So I haven't checked through my emails because I'm not well right now. So they just resent a copy of previous email, 10th of January. The 10th of January, wasn't that a Sunday? I don't know. Let me look at my phone so I can find it. Bloody reason. No, that was Wednesday. Okay. I wish I put the day on it. Home Cook Limited. It's a company, by the way. You can check it out yourself. Anyone could check out things like that. The responses to the serious problems of the work. There's no work that's been done on the wet room. There's no work that's been done still on the wet room. The House Ombudsman primary focus is to encourage the landlord and tenant to work together. Well, when you've done that, and it's 8 months on, and they're blocking all repairs and refusing to make the lawful reasonable adjustments to your needs and blocking it, it goes on to say, it finds that it's often best achieved using landlord's formal complaint procedure. Well, I've done all that and they've ignored the stage 2. They haven't followed their own in-house procedures. Not just me, by the way. There's other people expected to, apparently, I've seen on their Facebook and website pages over a period of months. The Ombudsman focus for this stage should try and resolve matters informally, really. Well, not when it seriously affects your health, you end up in hospital, you've got medical evidence to soothe them. Using statute law. The Landlord and Tenant Act 1889, Section 11. And my mate found that out and helped me do that, so I found that out and downloaded that before I got to it. It says attached a complaint form for you to complete and return. Once I receive this, I'll ask the landlord to give you an update on what action is being trying to be solved. I know, I've been doing this myself. If you prefer me to send a copy of the complaint form in the post, let them know. But I don't even, this has been in my inbox. I need to check at some point another time. You should process your complaint through the landlord's procedure, which I've done already, and I've exhausted that already. If you remain dissatisfied, which I am, have completed the complaint procedure, yep. And they're trying to use all these public servants like MP, councillor. I've used the Home Goods Limited Complaints Panel, Independent Complaints Panel. They've been sent to record a post. Leeds Head Office UK, and they ignored it. And they do that apparently to other people too, not just me. If you're decided not to contact, called a dedicated public servant, which will side with certain people anyway, most probably, allegedly. The House Ombudsman, you can go directly to the House Ombudsman. My voice is going, I'm going to keep this short in a minute. The housing ombudsman is meant to be impartial advice. So it just refers you back to shelter. I've done all that before. I've done citizen advice. I've done all this for months and months and months. So that didn't help. That didn't help. So, yeah, that was yesterday. Email. Great, isn't it? I also emailed before I got so ill, citizen advice in my area about a so-called advice mail, calling himself a lawyer, where he failed since beginning of this year, when becoming so unwell, trying to force upon me things I know it's not lawful, what he's been saying to me, especially the last one was 16th of January. This is when I started getting ill, you see. And he claimed that I should have all of this. He's trying to dictate to me what I should and what I should not do. He has no authority. He's meant to be advising. Now, since all this on top, with the Home Group Limited saga going on, the district repairs, I instructed him what to do to make it clear that my choice of temporary accommodation I found to meet all my needs. But that's been blocked, and I found out again the other day who's behind it. A guy called David, a guy called Stephen. They're just housing employees. They're nobody. They're just in their job role, got their alliance in their contract, how it works, to Home Group Limited Housing Corporation. The accommodation, the type of hotel would meet my needs, is Blackpool. Specialises in people with complex illnesses and disabilities like I. There's nowhere else in my area. And that hotel, so I could buy the scene, be nice breakaway, could be there for 3 weeks, and that's been blocked. That would have resolved the issue all along. Yeah? And that was last October. I offered that. So ever since then, they've blocked it, and I'm still left like this. Yeah? And then this advocate at the time, because I didn't end up in hospital last year, I wouldn't have called the public services, who's, I found out, as I said, national media as well, and local media yesterday, they fell in people like me. So it's left me at the end of February, being so ill, still unable to even consent to meet up with the pressure. I'm getting the pressure on public services employees to meet up, and then blaming me because I'm so ill. I can't meet up with them just because they got caseloads high, right? To offer initial care, statute law, care assessment, right? And if it's seen, which I found out as well, you're not seen to be seen a mainstream doctor, oh, you're not that ill, so they just cut you off. There's been no email ever since. And then it hit the media, because I found this out by chance, what's going on. 2nd of February 2018. And my emails and texts to this called Public Funded Advocacy. It's a national company, but the area contract in my area, I found out about all that, did a stream of the day on that. So I'm going to dose myself up with natural remedies now in a minute. So I've done everything. I've gone through all sorts of services and seeking information, and I've done everything. They found out my own family member is connected with his connections in certain areas. I ain't going to go into that right now. But he's been using his contacts to get information about me, and that's unlawful. That's breaching my data. But the public services side of things, well, just because I've got caseloads and they don't give a monkeys, I need to be stable in my health to talk about things, what could be offered now. And good job I found out what I did, because if I was pushed out into an environment, I don't know where it could be. They did this to me before, you see. Public services. on the care side of things. Because the state that does repairs is trying to push me in the hands of extra funded, costing the taxpayer more, by the way, on this, NHS, public services, yeah, when all along it could have been dealt with properly, treated lawfully by the housing. I'm the only one in my area, by the way, being treated like this. No one else. Singled out. So, I've been trying to work all honourably, lawfully, in all my documentations and paper trails and emails. And now, the rundown of my immune system has affected my dental health. There we are today. So, yeah. So now I'm going to just switch off and chill out and rest, because there's not much more I can do. Trying to live in an environment, and by the way, I appreciate roof over my head, because there's homeless people out there, they ain't got nothing, have they? Oh, here we go. I corrected information. It's not being used. All reported repairs left. This is back to the Ombudsman Services, right? Housing. It affects my disability and health. And I went to hospital and had a stroke and a heart problem last year. On my email here. To what time is it sent? To give a time, let me just have a look. Let me just see, give a time stamp. Yeah, at 1:04 p.m. in the afternoon of Wednesday, 10th of January 2018, to Housing Ombudsman email in London. I made it quite clear that for them to correct the records, or to correct that as soon as possible, I require, I've not been offered any aids and actions policies. I found out this is December last year. That was 18th of 12, 2017, by a call to call handler centre. And in reference to inhumane degrading treatment and lack of Equality Act 2010 and DDA Act 2000. I can't remember the year on that one. And by its mighty service employees. But the House Ombudsman employees did an automatic response instead. Just an advisor, a male advisor, automatic response. I've gone through shelter. I've gone through citizen's advice. I've gone through the complaints at Home Group Limited. Let me show you this. Who's that for? They don't do nothing at all. See? Contact us on our website using the general inquiries form. It's a call centre. Prepared to provide a service, yeah. Standard service, yeah. Treatment by a member of staff, yeah. Failure to follow its own policies and procedures, yeah. The complaint may involve one of our services about something working on our behalf, yeah. Stage 1, already done that. 3 months of the event, yeah. Stage 2, that's what I'm in. Have you decided to escalate complaint? Yeah. To senior individual? Yeah. Director, operations, female. They should have reviewed stage 1 and re-investigate, which they didn't. I sent the same information in relation to the complaint. We aim to reach the resolution in 20 working days. They haven't done that. It's been 8 months. To exceed the timescale, always write to explain why. They haven't. And to do everything we can to resolve this in the final stage, internal complaints handling procedure. They haven't. If we remain dissatisfied, stage 2, the panel was made up of a home group, other people that rent their flats, and other people who will review each stage of the complaint on an independent basis. You may refer to the panel within 8 weeks of receiving complaint outcome of stage 2. Well, the stage 2 has not been recognised. I went straight to the complaints panel. So what's happened to my complaint? And I went to, that's where I sent it to. Okay. And it's not been acknowledged. Yep. Exceptions to the standard. In cases where a sample of the complaint is very complicated, which they're claiming it is, we will need to work with our other organisations. We may need a little longer. 8 months, really. We explain the reasons for delay. They haven't. And let you know when you expect a full reply. They haven't. We will normally consider complaints about these things that's happened more than. We will not normally if it's more than 3 months. This is 8 months, by the way. Goes on. This will not prevent you from escalating your complaint in statute law. This is all this, by the way. And some issues such as injury or damage to the property will be handled separately outside the complaints procedure through an insurance team. Well, I need to make a claim for the insurance team then, don't I? We may refuse to deal with a complaint or deal with it differently if you act unreasonably. I have not at all. Or if the circumstance means it is not possible to deal with it with a normal complaint procedure. If this applies, we will discuss this with you in more detail. No, they haven't. Not on any emails. Discretionary compensation. If you request compensation as part of the complaint, this will be considered as a part of the complaint procedure. For Home Group Limited employees out there, you know that has not been done. If an award is offered, that will go, look at this, they'll grab it back off you. If you've got outstanding arrears or debt, it will go to offset that instead. And then it's about the Housing Ombudsman Service. They haven't followed their own procedure. Let's see if there's a page or other people's comments about reviews page. If there is one. They've got a thing about equality diversity. That's so funny. Because they do not bother. What's the online community? Speak your mind and be listened to. This is great. All these policies online and they don't. It's all great wording on the website, but in reality they don't. And by the way, these contact details are the same for a female called Lisa with the CSC department. It's not independent. Equality and diversity. Let's have a look at that. Really. Equality, diversity. It's all wonderful words on their website, but in reality it's completely opposite. I'm not valued. I'm not safe. are not able to access services. Are meant to be developed their employees the quality of training, disability awareness especially, clear leadership of their board and executive, that is the CEO, board of directors. They haven't done that either. It says download their equality policy. And let's see if there is a Facebook page, because there's reviews about their repair service side of things. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if anyone's put any recent reviews. Oh, God's sakes. Hold on. Trying to get up. Oh, how convenient, I can't get to the reviews page. Okay. Oh, here we go. Right, if I could give you 0, I would. Your commitment to your tenants is diabolical. The amount of hassle I've had from the last 12 months trying to get work done is unbelievable. Home group on Facebook page. Home group housing, it's called, on the Facebook page. I pay full rent to keep the house tidy and clean, but you never keep your end of the agreement. And you give me a house worth the amount I pay, but if I stop paying the rent, you would jump straight on to me. Communications is horrendous, and I should print out my phone bill just to show how many times I've called. Sounds like me. To get things done. 4 months now, and I'm still waiting for a structure fan to be fitted to stop the so-called concentration, and it's turning all of my upside rooms black. 9 months I waited to get permission to get a driveway on the property, only to be passed about constantly different people and to be told someone would phone me back. Next 10 days, every time I phoned, they never did. Now I'm told I have to wait 14 days to have a shower fixed. Then I don't have a bath. I don't have a bath or shower in my special medical equipment for 8 months. But the lady told me it's not an emergency because even into the water is stone cold, I can still wash in it and also put my kids in the shower because I have running water. She also told me there's no point in complaining or speaking to someone at head office when I asked of her head office number, because it was a waste of time. I would not get it fixed any quicker. You only just the other day exposed the gas pipe that was covered over, which should have never been covered over, which you could have told me before I moved into the property nearly a year ago. Absolute shambles, this one. And you get an automatic response on the computer by a computer male individual claimed to be Tom. It's always the same individual, Tom. Okay. Then you got here we go. I can get into this. It says, is there anyone in home group prepared to talk about all of the letdowns I've had whilst paying my rent each month? The association is diabolical. If somebody please get in touch, I will go to the ombudsman with my complaint. That's 2 weeks ago. That's 2 weeks ago. This is why I'm being treated like this as well. That's 2 weeks ago. And I've experienced all this for 8 months. And then you get an automatic response back again. These people also commenting about how people have been waiting around. They rang at 10:30. That one is so similar to what I'm experiencing. Those are the people responding to these comments. I believe that, last December. I believe that my recent encounter with Home Group was literally, I contacted them regarding electricity as my plug sockets tripped and would not get them back on, otherwise using electricity sockets. On ourselves using electricity switch sockets. We were told it would be a minimum of 6 hours wait, and there was nobody under the age of 5 or over the age of 65 in the property. We rang at 10:30 and it wasn't until 4 when somebody, let me just get to that, when somebody arrived to solve the issue. The workers were told it was a 5-minute, let me just see what that is, 5-minute job, which it turned out not to be. And they finished at 4:30. So they left the property after trying all they could. In that time. They gave me the Home Group number again to contact them regarding out of hours service. So it's a call centre in London for a national call centre, not just a Home Group, which I did. This time I'm stressed that it was an emergency and explained how the engineers had told us it needed fixed as soon as possible. Apparently there was nothing they could do about this, and I was told at 5 PM that night that it will be 6-hour wait. What, during the night? 6 hours for people having to wait during the night to arrive for someone at the property during the night. That to be in at all times. Goes on and on and on and on and on. Bloody hell. It's 36 hours. Poor emergency electricity. Sugar. Gosh, it's a blinking long response. This individual's gone through. And then you've got a typical response. Home Group, we're really sorry about that. Can you please private message us? That's all they do. They never investigate. This February, as I said, about a boiler to come out, an appointment, which only discussed it with them, waited today for a boiler out to come out, an appointment, which only knew I had by a text at 5 PM last night, the day before. Ran this morning to find out which repair it was, as I'm waiting for a couple, so it was confirmed at 5:30, a no-show. Contacted Home Group. She told that the appointment isn't till next Thursday. That's what happens constantly with me. And I have the wrong date. How disgusting are you? Because your contractors, Mighty Property Services Limited, by the way, employees, that's who they use in UK. At times, and didn't even have the decency to ring to say, that's what happened to me yesterday. You're appalling as landlords and don't give 2 hoots about your tenants. When asked about another appointment, I'm told to ring you tomorrow. It's your mistake, and you should be ringing me. That's true. Another one yesterday. Oh, look, yesterday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Home Group House Association has the worst customer service ever. Okay, it's not just me saying this, by the way. Here you go. I have faults in my property. The hot water keeps coming out black with soil and dirt when the boiler's on. I've reported this issue for months now, but they're not doing anything to repair the fault. This is unsafe for health reasons and unhygienic. I'm unable to use the hot water. I have to run the tap for a while to clear the water. This is wasting excess water, as I get charged on the water usage. That is true. The staff keeps telling me to leave the water sample, which I have. I am taking this further, contacting the Ombudsman. You can't expect someone to live like that when I'm left like this, living like this too. I want this fault to be repaired as soon as possible and demand some compensation for the amount of water I've wasted. Newcastle upon Tyne. And then you got somebody. Hi Ellie, prior to your posting the view, we offered help in response to your public message. See, they tried to hit P out of her. If you're online, please let us know if you'd like our help and guidance with the complaints procedure. If you don't, thanks. I'm disgusted. 18th of March, disgusted and very angry with your services. I'm a 23-year-old single woman, and you have left me 2.5 weeks now with no hot water or heating. It stated in the last spell of the snow we had was freezing. I have a date for you to come out and fix. I know, it's alright, I'll be okay. I'll get some my medication now in a minute. My friend's here, apparently. You said the 16th of March. I waited all day, but nobody turned up, and then for me to ring them, and then they said they're still waiting for the part, and then you had previously said you had the part, but couldn't get out until the 16th, same day. I got my sister to ring them and ask if they're coming, and they said to her they're coming out at 9:30 in the morning. When I had, let me just get this up. It's not just only me. For some reason I can't get into that. Hold on. Here you go. Oh gosh. Let me go back to that. So she was left. No. There you go. Terrible. I got my sister in them. Said they'll come out 9:30 in the morning when I been up since 7 a.m. and nobody came. So why did they tell me 2 stories? They didn't even give me another date. Not think. What do you expect me to do? This is all for service. I'd like a contact number or email somebody higher because I will be taking this higher. There's a lot of people doing this, not just me, and on complex disabilities of love. Here's an automatic response. Hi Rita, really sorry to hear this. Could you please put the same automatic response? February. Never really had any. Oh, you got always the odd positive comment as well. Oh no. Firstly, got a letter asking for me to stay at home. 9:30 to 2:30 is a gas check, with no one showed up. Got a text 2:30 saying they're on their way. Waited 3 o'clock, and though I had enough, I need to go out. Then get a call and a text at 4 saying I missed my appointment. What a joke. Waited in most of the day, which I will then have to do another day. Secondly, I called the call centre today regarding... Oh, she's got mice in the flats. What do they say? It's not their problem. And I have to call the council. They don't do pest control anymore in my area, by the way. Surely, as a landlord, it's down to them to sort it out. I have a young child. Thirdly, the walk-through area is a mess. Plus, there's plug sockets being ripped out of the walls, which is dangerous, health and safety. As loads of kids play inside the flats. Always rubbish everywhere. No wonder mice are coming in. Very bad service and don't want to take the responsibility. Again, automatic response by this online guy called Tom. So it's not just me. 18 hours ago, here we go. The most awful housing association customer service is non-existent. I have 3 outstanding repairs not being fixed. A dodgy ignition boiler, and I get flogged off about. Currently have my hot water tap leaking, draining all my hot water every day past 3 weeks. I have 4 kids. One with special needs is totally unacceptable. I've made numerous complaints and still fall on deaf ears. That's what I've been going through. Don't even get me started on the contractors that might say I'm experiencing, and they may or may not turn up for appointments because all at the moment log in and turn up when they want. 14th of March this year. It's not just me. Left us with no working boiler for 2 weeks. My husband, who has cancer, an autistic daughter, also disabled. See? Then just shoved a note quiet through the door, pretending they had knocked. We swapped to a home group house that was disgusting. Lastly, improved it, and now on leaving, told we had to strip the lot out, as it's not standard, so prepared of wallpaper or any nice flooring. If you leave, you have to put it back to the scum it was. Feel sorry for the next tenants, so they were lucky to move away. I don't know where they managed to move to. A lot of people can't, like me. There's nowhere to move to. It says, "Hi Mandy, we're sorry to hear this. Could you please send us a private message?" Same automatic response, 21 hours ago. Well, it seems I have to resort to shouting on a public forum to get some attention. I was offered a house 14th of Feb, Cumbria up north. I verbally accepted it. He stated he would let me know when the keys would be available, so I thought nothing of it. And duty got on with packing and non-essentials. I have now contacted home 4 times and nothing, a callback or an email. I'm not even certain now the house is mine. I just want to know if I'm still getting a place or if it's been offered somewhere else. 10th of March. Absolute waste of space. Moved in the property with 8-month-old baby and got told will come and uncap the gas by 5 o'clock. No one turns up or gets in touch. Used electric fire. I have all night and not made a difference. Costing a fortune to keep it 24/7 on. And due to this, 4 days. Phoned the call centre and the bad attitude of the staff. There's a lot of negative reviews. It's not just me. Got this flat by didn't a clue Home Goods managing the flat. Oh right, so Home Goods Limited are subletting, letting out the flats via private estate companies as well now, are they? Good gracious me, this is happening throughout the United Kingdom. To other people too. Are they financially going into dire straits? That's why I'm not getting the repairs, because that's why I thought it was about funding issue. That's why I was thinking about disability facility grant. So there's a lot of people saying the same sort of stuff. Somebody's boiler broke down at Christmas last year. Stopped working. When it's all bad weather, it's about to happen again. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get off here now. I'm going to chill out, go to rest. Just goes to show. Oh gosh. Just goes to show. There's supported housing, what's that? I even said if there was a new model of care or housing for my age group, I'll consider that moving. Short-term support, what about long-term? Are you homeless? Homeless, domestic abuse and young people. What about disabled people? What about disabled people? UK's larger or supported living services, really? Vulnerable people, really? What about the long-term needs? Who's being disadvantaged like I right now? What about this is for new models of care, including mental health, step up and down, learning disability in older peoples with betterment, find out more. Really? 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 There isn't. Because I even said, you find me somewhere bungalow that specialises in my needs. Look, what? Reduce the need of care? Really? An inpatient in hospital? Really? Where is accommodation? Because I said that to my area housing employees before last year. Complex, joint, long-term disability needs, medical as well. The team has helped us develop support. Yeah, really? New model of housing, social care services. Really? Where? They've caused all this to me, Home Group Limited employees. Look at that. Look at the website wording. Oh, great. Integrated health services focus on preventions. Really? The poor health is caused by all this disrepair on my own? Oh, promoting mental health, right. What about independence, transforming care? Well, how are they doing that? Provide suitable homes, personal care and support for people with learning disabilities, autism and complex needs. Really? Where? Currently living in long-term hospital placements. Really? Where is that? Yeah? So, bestroke contracts. We deliver customised accommodation environments. Is that in like built up? So it's not independent living in your own home like this. No, it's not. Service for people assessing service, mental health conditions, diagnosis of mental health, behaviours, challenging, physical. We also have physical complex health, requires specialist care. Well, where's their medical treatment? The staff are recruited for best value compassion. Really? How we can help commissioners put in aspirations of people like I in the central plan. Really? We've got new models of offer services. Why haven't they offered my choice of to move out so I can do the works on my own? And they've got all this on their website. A lifetime home with security and choice control. No, it's not. My well-being. No, it's not. Central planning. No, it's not. Okay, what's independent living? Well, click on that yet. Let's go onto that page. So it's got this on their website. We're in this now because I'm tired. Independent supported living in the community of people who need ongoing support due to mental health, learning disability and autism. What about you, physical? Unlike traditional care providers, maintain independence through use, progression, recovery and redevelopment and long-term reliance, a home in the community, a real choice. Really? Why don't you maintain what you got? So I'm just so they're building up these specialist environments, are they? Buildings. Personal placements. Where? Doesn't give you information, does it? Home Group Limited are employing staff. It doesn't give you any information. Just read it for yourself on the website. They want to make profit, genuine partnership with health professionals compared to residential, improve health well-being, reduction in GP visits. It's all great words, isn't it? CEO. Your options, independent living. Look at this. Rights-based approach to private liberties orders, yeah. It's built up buildings. Controlled environments. Run by Home Group Limited, private housing. Partnerships with the NHS clinical team. Really? I thought it's all meant to be about helping individuals like me. Next steps. Look at that. Really? So they can't... Yeah, this is Home Group Limited, trying to get on with a private ladder to get more funding, but they can't look after the properties that they've got, and especially like mine. So I'm going to switch on, put some music on now. Thanks, yeah. My friend's going to try and help me now, get some more natural remedies in there. So, it's not just me, what I'm going through. It's others too, and this is what they got promoting on Home Group Limited's website. But look at that. Unbelievable. Shame on them, innit? The National Housing Company. I'll work with them. Procurement and Home Group. Codes of ethics. The procurement team has it to conduct. Really. Maintain a high standard of business relationships. Oh yeah, fine, business. What about people that are trying to use the services? Value their employees. Yeah, of course. Because they need them to work for the corporation, don't they? Typical, innit? Have a career with Home Group Limited. Modern stable. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous, this is. So I just wonder any other national housing companies out there, any money woman renting, having similar experiences like I. Because it's just, if I know what I know and I've taken everything through, you've seen that review page on the Facebook page of this housing company. Supported housing services, really? Really? For vulnerable people? Really? Home Group's one of the UK league's largest providers of quality housing and supported housing. Really? Really? How we're regulated? Yeah, for who? Homes Community Agency? Really? What, this one? About the regulator of social housing. Regulating standards. Current register housing provide social housing. Shall we just see? Just a quick read. Regulator of social housing management. Minister Housing Communities Local Government. Really? Adopting Trading New Homes England. Really? Do they really give a monkeys about ordinary men and women out there? The objectives to regulation. Housing Regulations Act 2008. Private and social housing. Deliver and meet the needs. Well, what when they're not doing it? Here we go. Director of Regulation. There she goes. Well, let's go back to that. So, provide to regulation, registered providers, regulate standards, regulating the standards. Governance, financial viability, value for money. Rent standard. Tenant involvement, empowerment standard. Home standard. Does that mean housing? Let's just have a look, shall we? Tenancy standard, what does that mean? Let's go on the home standard thing first. Oh, it's pretty cold. UK. 2012, that's a bit outdated. Ensure that tenants' homes meet the standards set out in 5 of government's decent home standards. Well, it does not. Maintenance and repair. Look. Repairs and maintenance. Oh my goodness me. So can you go to these? About Home Group Limited. They're not meeting their standards. Download that. That's a joke. It's got the tenancy then. Breach of tenancy is by the actual housing employees. 2012 is outdated. Well, it's not updated versions. Tenure, secure tenure I have, by the way. Nothing much there. Get downloaded. I know about this already. It's in statute law. So I tried everything. What I hope so. go into this standard then. Tenant involvement standard. Understand the diverse needs of tenants. Really, that's not happening. With additional support needs, equality standards, that's not happening. How tenants can access services. Progress of repair works. Good gracious me. None of this is happening. Providers shall offer a range of ways tenants express complaint and carry out clear service standards, respond to complaints, including complaints about performance standards. That's not happening at all. Support their tenants exercise the right to manage or otherwise exercise housing management functions where appropriate. That's not happened. Support the formation activities, tenant panels. That's not happening. No, none of this, what it says in this document, is Home Green Limited is not doing. It's not doing at all. Not for me, anyway. And the reviews you just read, I showed on our Facebook page, also, it's not happening. Right, that's enough for now. I'll just leave you with that picture. Anyone that research it yourself. Any similar companies that you went, unfortunately, in a situation like you see it yourself. Everything, I mean, goodness me. I just can't believe this rebanded website try and promote themselves. Quality Care Commission as well. All great website. The care business has gone down. What's in the news at the moment, by the way, about the public service across the road? Helping to ensure quality of needs of people using services, really. Safeguarding. And they're based in London as well. So ill, yeah. Adult care services, see. Helping to ensure quality needs of people using services that are heart of the long-term funding for adult social care. That's meant to be right, isn't it? See, that's meant to be offered. So it's not happening in reality. Now I need to get me eating on because it's cold. It's getting cold again. I ain't got time. Things need to be accessible format for me because it's just too much to. I need like visual things. I'll go off that. Let's go back on that page. State of the Care 2016-17, State of Adult Care, Local Review, Interim Report. It's not surprised what's happening across the road. So I'm going to get out there and chill out and rest of the day. So there you have it, you see. I've done everything I can, honourably, lawfully. Yeah, and I need to rest and get some just rest, basically. So, see what I mean? It's just not just me. It's going on. Let's just play this back. yeah, so I've got to put that on. Yeah, so yeah, so basically it's just about the state of UK's, not just this housing company, but it's all entwined. Well, now I need to amend this video on the YouTube channel. It's 8 months, and what happened yesterday, 2 hours, didn't realise I've been streaming 2 hours, so I really need to end this. My teammates are with me, watching me today. So, non-profits and activism is titled under, and yeah, not great, eh? I don't know anyone else is going through similar to what I've been experiencing, but I can't mend it when I'm live, so I have to do it when I'm offline. Yeah, so the one individual watching, hello. No, you've gone off, okay. So it's about Home Group Limited UK and the failures and unlawful treatment, balances this phone by the way, of disabled people and others UKT. So I'll just end it there, and yeah, I can't spell today, so you have to bear with me. And yeah, shame in it. Okay, I've got to go. Take care, buddy. And I'm just going to add this and save this stream as yeah, so create a playlist, trying to create, I'll do that offline once I've got the rest. So gotta go. Thank you for checking in. Gotta rest. Hope you feel well. Anybody's feeling not well yourself.